Well, hey YouTube, it's Sean, Griffin RC Plans. So this is not about an airplane, but it's about a Lipo battery. So this is an old phone that I use for filming, and I use it like all the time. One day I grabbed it, and it didn't feel right. It's starting to come apart. Well, what happened is the Lipo battery inside went bad, and it swelled up. So I'm like, oh man, I hate to get rid of that. I know how to use it really well, and it does, does a good job for us here in the hangar. So I went on Amazon and I found a battery for like less than $10, and it looks like this one we can replace fairly simple. The phone is already taken apart or opened up rather, thanks to the battery swelling up. So let's see if we can replace it real quick, huh? I don't want to break the tabs. How this thing's supposed to come? There we go. It's not tabbed. It's like double-sided tape is what held the lid on. And then if you ever wanted to know how a phone wireless charges, how you just lay it on something and it charges. It's got a coil of wires that when it sits on top of another coil, that's how it makes how it charges the battery. I don't know anything past that, but I know when the phone is sitting down on a wireless charging base, it'll charge. Here is a wireless charging, this is actually a lamp. And this is the wireless charging. And there we go. Starting to charge just from laying it on top of it. Now back to the program. So the battery is right here. And the wireless charging thing is taped down also. But we need to get to where this thing plugs in, which I'm guessing under here maybe. That's Skittles bumping the tripod. No, it's right there. To the left, to the left, to the left. So it goes like that. That makes sense because it's how the new one plugs down right there. So there's a screw here. Let's take that screw out. This one might have more magnet in it. Yep. Now what? I might have to watch my own YouTube video or a video to figure out how to get to that. I don't want to pop it. Okay, I'm guessing I need to take all these screws out and lift off this portion here. Maybe this bottom stays, but right here to where the charging coil thing would lift up, and then it would expose the thing. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. because it looks like it's a break right there. So I'm gonna start this guy. That guy. This is an LG phone, and for a while there they were, one of the high dollar ones. I didn't get it when it was one of the high dollar ones, but I don't know if it ever succeeded. I mean, definitely not a Samsung or an iPhone, but that's why it's got all these cameras and stuff. It's got 3 cameras and makes filming really nice, because you don't have to do much. You don't need to know much about it. You just point and shoot. And so I'm thinking that from here should lift off of there. Looks like that might be some kind of a lock right there. Looks like there's little areas to pry. This watch repair kit might have some cool little tools in there to do what we need to do without breaking anything. I was thinking this guy right here might be good to pry with, because it's a plastic pry bar. No, I said it was plastic, metal. But I was gonna go right there, but that's not part of what we unscrewed. Or is it? Stand by, folks, stand by. Making progress. Had to take out the slot for the SD card. Slowly getting it separated. Kind of pops in. All right, here's an update. So this bottom piece didn't need to come off, but it did. I don't know what that thing is. Might be the antenna or something. I don't know, but there's another antenna right there. I don't know, but it came off rather easy. And then the whole top with the flash in it and a bunch of stuff came off. And here is our battery. Right there. And this guy, I think it's got sticky tape holding it down, maybe. I've seen videos before where there's like a little tab and you pull it, and but I think this is older than those phones. Looking at the new battery, it doesn't have any like peel and stick. You can see how puffy it is. Maybe if I unplug it, I can pull from the plug. Stand by, stand by. So it's just got some stickiness down there. I don't want to shatter the glass lens and stuff, you know. I bet a hairdryer would have been helpful. Getting closer. I'm gonna try to unplug it. Looks like I need to pull straight up on this. And there's nothing to grab. And we got it. It's still kind of sticky. Look how tiny that thing is. I mean, that thing is tiny. And I just got it lined up, and I felt it, and it pressed in. It was a square plug. So let's try to put this guy back together. So whatever this thing is, I wonder if it went in there first. This goes in first because this thing lays over the top of it. You can see the little notches. All right. See if we can magnetize this little screwdriver and make it work. everything is back together. Those are all see-through. This is the fingerprint reader. Isn't that crazy? Something so small, and it just touches something else to make contact, and you can put your finger on that. Yeah, this thing had a lot of features. Now, where is it going to work? Oh, it rests against these little prongs. Wow. I just cleaned them off. I don't know if I'm gonna need to put some glue on it or what. I got a memory card in it for the photos, but not a SIM card. So the SIM card is for, you know, make sure it's active to make phone calls. And memory is for our photos. That went like that. It says to fully charge it before you use it. .2 volts and 0.6 amp, 1.7, 2.4. It's sucking a bunch of juice. This little charger, or this thing is cool. It plugs into the wall, and you got all the other different USB ports to plug into, different voltages. So it was at around an 89% charge when we got it. So I'm gonna let it finish charging, then we'll see if it turns on. Okay, so it has charged over 24 hours. I think it probably only took an hour to charge it anyways, being that it was over 80% when we first plugged it in. But the LG 40 Thin Q has maybe risen again. We're gonna try to cut this guy on. And it looks like it's working. Give you a little fun fact about the LG 40 Thin Q, I think it is. So this is the LG V40 Thin Q. Is a smartphone that was released in 2018. It has a 6.4-inch QHD plus OLED display. So I guess that's the top-notch display, the OLED. 6 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of storage, has a 12 megapixel rear camera and a 8 megapixel front camera. It also has a DTS X surround sound and is IP68 dust and water resistant. Blah, 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 blah. It has been an excellent phone for me. The only reason that I'm not using it as a phone is, I guess, the technology or what have you. T-Mobile, it wasn't supported anymore. So I was, I guess the cell phone, towers and antennas, and it outgrew the phone. The phone wasn't updatable enough to keep up with the technology, I guess you can say. I mean, 2018, 25, so 7-year-old phone. Yeah, I guess it's time to make it a camera. And I've been using it as a camera to do our videos for, gosh, over a year now. Working great. All right, well, thought some of you guys may have liked this video. Some may have not. I had to replace the battery anyways. Might as well show you guys. little mini fingernail polish type bottles. These are the bottles I use to sell my touch-up paint in that I sell on eBay. I don't know how many hundreds of these bottles I go through each week. And every delivery I get, there seem to be more and more disarray. Like these caps weren't even ever put on. They were just barely laying there, I guess. Each pack of 50 comes with 5 funnels. I don't know how many thousands of funnels I have. And now I'll show you. So as I sell my touch-up paint, I need to protect the bottles when I mail it out so that it doesn't break during shipping. Well, the bottles come in this nice little foam. I just need to cut it up. So 3 bottles come in each order. So there's 3, there's 3, and there's 3. Takes a little practice to get that right. Takes a sharp blade. 3. And get it right down the center. Then I gotta chop it up like this too. My blade's gotten dull. There we go. Then I have a way to protect the bottles. All right, guys. Hey, thank you. Happy flying.